I've done every single diet you can think of: carnivore, keto, fasting, carb cycling, intermittent fasting, all of it. And every single one made me so miserable. But only one actually made me lean and kept me lean for my life without making me miserable. I'm going to tell you guys which one. Welcome back, guys. If you're new here, I'm Neil John Thomas. I'm a 38-year-old retired bodybuilder, and I teach men over 30 years old how to get in the best shape of their life with as minimal effort as possible. If you're a man over 30 trying to get lean without living like a monk, please like and subscribe. Let's get this out to as many people as possible. All right, guys, so let's get into these individual diet types. We'll talk about them each a little bit. I don't want to get too long-winded. I could talk on each for probably an hour. But the first one we hear all the time, especially now this past 5 years, it's been a huge trend, is the carnivore diet. And yes, I have done this one. I've done it multiple times. I think the longest I ever went was about 8 weeks on it. And I understand the longevity benefits. I understand that it can be beneficial for certain people, but for the vast majority of planet Earth, carnivore is the worst diet imaginable. Yes, if you have autoimmune issues, it can help, but again, you should use it in a context where it's not forever. Are you going to do carnivore for the rest of your life? Is anyone going to do carnivore? Even all the top carnivore YouTubers that I've seen in the past, yeah, they might make it a couple years, 5 years, 10 years, but then guess what? Then they're not carnivore anymore. Then they're adding in honey and stuff to help their workouts. And it's just like anything else, you want to be able to find a diet, not a diet, a lifestyle that you can sustain forever. You're not going to sustain carnivore forever. And yes, I understand it can be healthy to give up everything, right? It's a restrictive diet. All diets are restrictive in some sense. So by pulling out carbs and everything else, if you have any kind of autoimmune diseases, that can beneficially help you and lower inflammation and a ton of benefits to it. But again, you are going to be miserable. Let's talk about the next one, keto. My favorites to talk about because so many people in the space are just like so anal. It's crazy. I've done keto many different times and I've tried it in different variations. I've experimented with it. And for me, and again, 99.9% of the world, are you going to give up carbohydrates for the rest of your life? Sure, I'm sure you could do it, but it's going to be suffering and it's not going to be fun and you're not going to have energy. There are some positives. You get rid of brain fog pretty greatly, especially if you don't do carbs in the morning. That is one positive that I will say doing keto is you won't have nearly as much brain fog, if any. But on the offside, do you want to have energy or do you want to give up brain fog? I'd rather have energy. Every time I've ever done keto, even after 4 months, I just don't have energy. My workouts suck ass. And I don't want to go through my day always thinking about carbs. That's one thing with keto that I don't hear a lot of people talk about. You can give it up, but you see everyone else eating carbs and enjoying their life. Again, keto is a restrictive diet. It's saying, hey, you can't have carbohydrates. Intermittent fasting. Yes, I get the whole longevity aspect of it and autophagy, but I want to have an actual real breakfast. I want to have a breakfast that gives me energy, again, to go do a workout, to have energy throughout the entire day. Fasts, full 2-day fast, 3-day fast. I've done 2-day fasts probably about 6 or 7 times. Again, same thing. I understand the longevity and the autophagy and healing on a cellular level, yada. But do I want to feel like crap? No, I don't. I want to enjoy my life. Now let's talk about the main diet that most people go to, which is the chicken and rice diet. Back in 2019, when I did my last bodybuilding show, I did the chicken and rice, beef and rice diet 4 to 6 times a day for a year without any condiments, just hot sauce, no ketchup, no mustard, no ranch, no blue cheese, none of that, just straight hot sauce on every single meal. It was miserable. It was absolutely miserable. For a whole year, I got, at the time, the leanest I ever was, but I felt horrible. And that's what everyone goes to now, is the chicken and rice diet. It's like the bodybuilder staple. We're gonna have oatmeal and eggs and egg whites for breakfast, chicken and rice 2 to 3 times a day, beef and rice, and then for dinner we're gonna do salmon or tilapia with broccoli or asparagus. That is the staple bland diet that everyone goes to. And now I'm not saying you can't get lean doing any of these diets. You can get lean doing all of them. The chicken and rice diet, you can 100% get lean doing it. I've done it, many bodybuilders have done it and still do it. But I want you guys to recognize something about all these diets that I just told you about. What is the pattern here? The pattern between all these diets, regardless if you go carnivore, keto, chicken and rice, Mediterranean, intermittent fasting, whatever, the pattern is always restriction. And restriction is always temporary. You are not going to restrict something for your entire life. That's why people that do any diet never can stay lean for their life. It is not possible. I shouldn't say it's not possible. It is possible. You could stay lean for your life doing these diets, but you are going to suffer and you are going to be miserable and you're not going to be living a life. The whole point of being alive is to enjoy life, to have a life. Doing these diets doesn't give you that. You're going to restrict all the best things in this world. Why? Just because you want to get lean? The one that works, the one I created, which is called macro manipulation, aka macrolation, you eat all your favorite foods all the time, every single day, every single meal. But you learn how to recreate all your favorite foods higher in protein, lower in fat. By doing this, what do? We eliminate the biggest hurdle, which is restriction. There is no restriction. And if there is no restriction, guess what? You can do it forever. And you can be happy and enjoy life and go out to eat and have drinks with the boys, have alcohol, have cookies, cake, ice cream. You can do all those things. There's no restriction, and you can maintain 10% body fat or lower. I'm 7% body fat. And I've been under 10% body fat for 3 years now doing this, and my clients, whether they're in their 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, I have clients in their 70s that are 8 to 12% body fat, eating all their favorite foods every single day. There is no restriction, and guess what? None of them do cardio. One of my other philosophies that I teach is get your steps in. Get yourself a little step tracker and just count your steps. That's what I do. 12 to 15,000 steps every day. For me, being 7% body fat, if I want to be 10% body fat, I just do around 10,000 steps every single day. Now, I'm not trying to tell you any of this stuff to make you feel bad or to make you second guess all the things you've ever learned about fitness and in the health industry, but the fitness industry sells us lies. They want you to buy supplements. They want you to be miserable and to suffer. They make more money. If the world knew this, macrolation, if the world knew macrolation, everyone could remake all their favorite foods every single day and be 10% body fat, don't you think everyone on planet Earth would do it? It really does mind boggle me. I get comments on my Instagram from bodybuilders and all types of different people that are just hate on it. They're like, duh, you're saying 10,000 steps a day is this cheat code. A baby can walk. You're saying walking is a secret weapon. And I'm like, it is a secret weapon because the average person in America it's even lower in America. The average man in America gets less than 4,000 steps a day. If you were to get 10,000 steps a day, let's just say that for you, it's going to roughly depend on a bunch of different variables, but it's going to roughly be 400 to 500 calories. If you got 10,000 steps every single day, in 2 weeks, you would burn a pound of fat without doing any cardio. So think about that. Again, I told you guys the math. For me to go from 10% body fat down to 7% body fat, I do 15,000 steps. That extra 5,000 steps is 250 calories. But multiply that times every day for 2 weeks. That's a pound of fat. That's 2 pounds of fat a month by me upping the calories by 5,000, or the steps by 5,000. That's my point. So once you recreate all your favorite foods, you're not suffering at all. You're having pancakes, Oreo pancakes, chocolate chip banana pancakes for breakfast with syrup. You're having Big Macs for lunch, pizza. You're having tacos for dinner, everything. And then you're having ice cream before bed and you're getting 10,000 steps. You will get to 10% body fat. It is not possible for you not to get there. If you guys want a little bit of help with that, in the link in my bio is a free recipe book. I put 3 new recipes out every week. I think there's like 19 on there now, completely for free. You can hit the link in my bio, grab that, try some of these recipes out for yourself, literally remake it. Everyone loves the Big Mac recipe, making the Big Mac sauce. I have Big Mac sauce in my fridge every single day of every single month. And I put it on tacos, on my burgers. It's literally amazing. And if you need even a step further than that, I have a full 12-week program that you can also check out in the link in the bio. But I hope that video was insightful for you guys. I don't want to preach that there is a one size fits all, but as I've tried every single diet and I've seen lots of my clients try all these different diets, I know for a fact that chicken and rice or Mediterranean or any of these things, you will not be able to do for the rest of your life. Again, yes, potentially you could do it and be lean, but you are going to suffer and you're going to be miserable. It's not going to be fun. Eating all your favorite foods and just getting steps, that is the most enjoyable and the least effort way that you can get lean. I literally have no stress whatsoever with food. It will also heal your relationship with food. You will look at food differently. When you don't have to think about a cheat meal ever, you just wake up and eat what you want, there's no stress. And if you have no stress, if your cortisol is lower, your recovery is gonna be better, your sleep is gonna be better, stubborn body fat is gonna go away a lot faster. It's literally the ultimate life hack to eat all your favorite foods and not do cardio. But again, it goes against the grain because I say this to people and they're like, no, you just gotta be on tons of steroids, or you're taking fat burners, or you just have genetic gifts, you're an elite genetic specimen. I was a fat kid. I was fat in my 20s. I am not a genetic specimen. I was fat in my 20s all the way up until I started bodybuilding. And even after I did the chicken and rice diets many different times and got stage lean 6% body fat, guess what? I still gained 10 to 20 pounds of fat immediately after the show because it's not sustainable forever. This is the only approach I've ever found for myself and for clients, for my family members, for friends, that you can maintain forever and literally look the best you've ever looked. So I hope that was good for you guys. Please like and subscribe. Comment if you've ever done anything like this, and comment if you've remade any of my meals and which one your favorite is, as well as I'd love to hear any recommendations on what kind of meal you guys would like to see. All right, guys, take care.